It doesn't start with them kidnapping you.
It does not start with our exile.
They don't stuff the ballot boxes.
It starts with the government making hints.
It starts with overcomplicated red tape,
With the law.
With retribution.
fake narratives, and financial attacks.
Democracy and rule of law is more fragile than Americans think.
Russia was banning writers, but I was thinking like, I'm not writing books. Then it was banning teachers. And I thought, okay, I'm not a teacher. This is the big mistake, because of course it came to me. The first alarm that we should have noticed was in 2001 when NTV, the independent channel, was taken over.
Staff arriving for work were told their offices and studios were off limits unless they signed an oath of loyalty to NTV's new managers.
I remember how frustrated and angry we were, and we even went to the protest rally. But then it was cold and we had so many other independent TV channels, so we just went home and forgot about that.
My uncle, who until recently was Prime Minister of Singapore, had this pattern of using police investigations and criminal prosecutions to dispose of or exile his opponents. There have been malicious prosecutions against two leaders of different opposition parties.
The Sandinista dictatorship in Nicaragua sees nonprofits as a threat, including mine. We are focused on pro-democracy work, and that was unacceptable to the dictatorship.
In Hungary, the elimination of gender studies was the first step towards the restriction of academic freedom.
When it would be too obvious to prosecute someone for being an enemy of the state, you have to make something else up.
They came after us with the excuse that we had not submitted our financial reports. They didn't give us an opportunity to appeal.
I posted a private Facebook comment to my friends only, and the Singapore government went after me with a criminal prosecution.
Attorney General's Chambers has asked the High Court to fine Lee Sheng-wu at least $15,000.
The steps were gradual, and every one of them was unbelievable for me. Looking back, it had been obvious that the government had been going in this direction. The little speech here and the half a sentence there.
We have to revitalize our churches, our families, our universities.
I always thought, no way, they cannot cross that line, until 2020, when the Hungarian government forced my university to leave the country.
Vladimir Putin, he always has these legal steps first.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed two controversial security bills into law.
And then he does what he wants.
Would designate certain journalists and bloggers as foreign agents.
He was testing the society. Would it be okay for them if I said,